My name is Thomas. I'm at the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission in Washington, D.C. I am on the first day of an 18-day hunger strike or fast for no new permits, and also to show support for the Pope's encyclical and his decision to speak out against climate change and capitalism being the root of it. Speak out against, that doesn't sound think about saying like how he is connecting capitalism and consumerism to the root of being the root to climate change. We've been really supportive of each other. We're a pretty close-knit community as it is. We've been organizing this for months now. We have also been working with each other for over a year. Some of them over many years. And me personally, I've been with them for almost a year now. We have some pretty close relationships with each other, to the point where we know each other and know what upsets each other and what we need, and we can really take care of each other. On the first day, or on the training day yesterday, I led an exercise which opened us up to just that. A bundle of sticks representing all of our collective struggles fighting fossil fuel infrastructure. And you know, our not only just our collective struggles, but the root of that struggle being the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, which we have deemed to be the root right now. That's the power structure that we are focusing on. So each stick in this bundle represents a piece of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and a piece of our struggle. And so in a bundle, I and another person tries to break it, and we can't. And so we try as hard as we can as an individual to break that power structure, to bring the power back to us, to end all of the struggles that each individual in the communities have to face, whether that be the compressor stations, export terminals, pipelines, or it was all represented there. And so when I proved that I couldn't break the stick and somebody else could break the bundle, I took all of the sticks out of the bundle and passed them around in the circle, and then we began our introductions. And with that, each person talked about why they were there, their background, and fighting fossil fuel infrastructure, and I guess their activism. And depending on how fired up, emotional they were, they either broke it right then, or they waited until a point where they felt it was necessary and they broke the stick. And every time they broke that, they were breaking a piece of not only the power structure that we're facing, but breaking all of their struggles, ending their struggles in their communities. And what that was representing was how one person alone couldn't break the bundle, could not tear down the power structures that are oppressing to the land and to the communities. And one person couldn't end the struggle of all of the communities nationwide. But only through collective effort, through all of us sharing our stories, through all of us having our individual story and working on our individual projects and convening, and together, were we able to break that button. I thought that was really powerful, and I think that kind of prepared us mentally. Ultimately, our ask is no new permits for fossil fuel infrastructure. So that has, that is the highlight of why we're here. But first off, this is an escalation of an ongoing campaign to stop new fossil fuel permits and to expose FERC as the corrupt, undemocratic agency which serves the industries over the people. Our demand is simple: no new permits for fossil fuel infrastructure. Recently, we have been facing an uproar of new projects, such as export terminals and the pipelines and compressor stations that come along with that. hydraulic fracturing will boom even more than it already has, endangering the communities whose children have been getting sick, tap water contaminated, livestock have been dying, and face toxic gas flares close to their homes. If we don't stop the permits for these grand big infrastructure projects, so that's first what I want to focus on. But other than that, or in addition to that, there's a religious aspect to it, a spiritual aspect to it. I personally, not religious, but one of the highlights of it is the Pope and his coming to speak to Congress about climate change, and also to show support for his encyclical, which has called out capitalism as the root of climate change, capitalism and consumerism being the root of climate change. And that is something I can definitely confidently say that I'm in support of, and that has a lot to do with the fast. Oh yeah, well, we have two hashtags that we're encouraging as many people to use when sharing our post. I should actually make that more clear on my Facebook. We are using the hashtag BXE Fast, so just the letters BXE and FAST, and we're using no new permits. Pretty simple. We're expecting no new permits to be a hashtag that we use, in the future. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And of course, beyondextremeenergy.org. That's our heaviest online presence.